They say when you get older, you draw on your memories a lot. Well, I didn't draw on my memory today. I painted on my memory. So the memory is from 1972. How about that? I was 17. It might have been 73 and I was 18. It was somewhere around there. My family had just moved from New York to a small area called Denellen. And I lived in a community called Rainbow Lakes Estates with my family. And there was like nobody there. It was culture shock. There were people, but I wasn't, and this is my own fault. I wasn't the guy who went out and tried to be sociable. You know, I just wasn't. I was always kind of a loner and I mean, I was good when I was with people. I wasn't like I was, you know, a hermit or anything, but anyway. So I found myself lonely a lot in that first time here. I had a big family, so I wasn't lonely all the time because I had brothers and a sister and, you know, and we had neighbors, so I wasn't completely alone. I don't want you to feel sorry for me. Nothing to feel sorry for. I am one of the most blessed men you'll know. So I'm not feeling sorry. But I was lonely. That's the truth. And I would drive. I just learned how to drive. I just got my driver's license when I was 17. I know a lot of places you get them a lot earlier. Here in Florida, back then you got it like at 15. But keep in mind, I moved here from New York. So I didn't have my driver's license until I was 17. Well, once I got it, I used to drive over to this place. This place is called Bird Creek Boat Ramp. It's in Yankeetown. It's not really a beach right there. I may not have represented it accurately in the painting, but it's more of a boat ramp. And I used to go down there and just let the wind hit my face and watch the sunset, watch the boats come and go, the fishermen, and the fishermen's wives and the girlfriends. And one day, there was this young woman, probably older than me at that time, with a big old sun hat on and a very sheer gown that was translucent, and the light from the setting sun was shining through the gown, which is what I tried to capture here. So as I said, the thing they say about getting old is that you draw on your memories. So today I painted on my memory. And a lot of you have been asking how to paint sunsets. So here's my sunset. Yesterday I did a sunrise. They're not that different. If I was here's some art talk a little bit. If I was going to tell you one thing you can do different for a sunrise than a sunset, is that sunrise, a lot of times there's moisture in the air. A lot of times there's fog close to the ground or mist. And you can work that into the painting, but not always. A lot of times it's impossible to discern between a sunrise and a sunset. But I will tell you this, that this is my 29th entry into my journal. I've been doing it now for 29 days. I skipped a day the other day. But it occurred to me that I don't want to just document what I did that day. Maybe I can document things I did many years ago. Maybe I can do that thing that they say old people do, which is to draw from their memory or paint from their memory. So it's not accurate. There's an island out there, for real. When you go to Yankeetown, when you go to the end of the road, right there where you launch your boat, there is an island. There's more than one. You could probably swim to this island. I've never tried. I know a lot of people take their boats out there. I don't know if there's anything actually out on that island, but anyway. All right, I'm chattering. I'm talking too much. Let me show you how I painted this if you're interested. And we'll do that right now. There's my memory. Painting on my memory. Good morning. It's 7:28 in the morning on Monday, January 13th. Yesterday, in my art journal, I painted a Florida sunrise. Today, I'm going to paint a Florida sunset. So the sunrise, of course, is on the east coast of the state, on the Atlantic Ocean side, and the sunset is on the west coast of the state, on the Gulf of Mexico. And the place in Daytona, in the east coast, that I painted yesterday is called Daytona Beach Shores, very close to Daytona Beach. But the place I'm painting today is called Yankeetown. Not as well known as Daytona Beach. And it's not a beach. There is actually wait a minute, there's no beach there. But not too far away in Crystal River, there's a beach called Fort Island Gulf Beach. But this is Yankeetown, and the boat ramp is called the Bird Creek Boat Ramp. And when I first moved to Florida, I was 17, so I moved with my mom and dad and my family. And we moved to a place called Rainbow Lakes Estates. And it was very close to Yankeetown. And sometimes when I would get, can I just say lonely? I would get lonely. And I would just, I was already of driving age, so I already could drive a car. And I would just drive my car someplace. Just to, I don't know, just because I felt lonely. There was like nobody there. The place we moved to was very empty. There were people, if I was a more sociable person, I wouldn't have had a problem, but I wasn't. And that's my fault. I'm not blaming anybody but me. But anyway, I used to drive, what that has to do with this picture, is I used to drive here and just watch the sunset and think about what do I want to do with my life. I had dreams and aspirations and hopes for the future, like everybody else, especially when you're young. I was 18. I might have even been 17. But anyway, when you're young, you're just trying to figure out what you're going to do with your life. So I would drive out to this place and watch the sunset and listen to the birds and watch the fishing boats come and go. And that's what I did. That's all I have to say about that. I don't have a whole lot more to say. I'm going to try to water this down a little bit. Get this yellow. I want to get that pure white sun with a yellow halo. Right about there. I discovered in doing these paintings that it's not always good to use white when you have paper, because you can just leave the paper, and there you have it. Doesn't that look good? There's the sun setting. Absolutely. There's the sun setting. All right, now let's take some of this blue and mix it with some of this Payne's gray and try to get kind of a gray water line here on the Gulf of Mexico. There we go. Yeah, I used to stand out here, and I can't really explain what I was going through in my mind. I had culture shock a little bit because I had moved from an urban area in New York, or a suburban area really, but I was a suburban kid that spent a lot of time in the city, so I was kind of a hybrid urban and suburban kid. I think I was more urban than my brothers and sister. I think I was more the kid who went to the city a lot. I was the kid who went to the city a lot back in those days. And then, after we moved, I did that a lot too. I went into the city from Florida. Absolutely did. I used to drive up there, and gosh, it was nothing for me to drive all night long just to get up there. Make sure we keep a lot of light in that water. Let's get some of this dark, kind of a muddy red, I think, here in the foreground. I'll probably use some fresh paint from the tube. Yeah, right now it looks like a beach, but it's not a beach, it's a boat ramp. I hope I can make it look like a boat ramp. Hope I can get that look. Okay, just get it wet. Tomorrow's the day I demonstrate to the ladies how to paint a greeting card. Oh my gosh, how did I get myself into that? Why did I say yes? I don't know. Well, it'll come and go, and I'll have a story to tell you. I don't know. Get some of this yellow in there. Some of this orange. Alright, just let that dry now. Yeah, we got a big old island out here still we have to do. We got a lot to do still on this one. There we go. Alright, that's good. Now let that dry. And I'm going to turn off the camera while it dries, and I'll be right back. Okay, it's kind of dry. Kind of dry now. Let's see. Alright, I want a yellowed. I mean, a kind of a reddish, a dark reddish. So I'm going to mix red with Payne's gray. Let's just see if we can make an island here. Trying to lighten up the color so it's got a lot of red in it. Yeah, the idea here is to make it not really stark, but have a lot of reds and yellows and oranges in it. It's still silhouetted, but it's not dark silhouette. Then as we get further away from the sun, we can make it darker. It's sort of what I'm trying to do here. And we want this to go all the way over to here. So this goes all the way over here. I don't know if this is called Bird Island or not. I'm not sure completely. Another place I used to like to go to watch the sunset was Cedar Key. That was many years later, though, when I got older and I discovered Cedar Key. I used to like going over there, and I was already a dad, and I'd bring my son over there and we'd go fishing. Actually, he'd go fishing with his two little cousins, and they were the fishermen. I was just the driver and the provider of the money and the food. I would buy chicken and hamburgers and stuff and sandwiches, and gosh, those are great memories for me. But not this place. This place, I went a couple times maybe, but there was nothing really to do here unless you had a boat. and we never had a boat, so. But I would go here and just watch the boats. I was a boat watcher. There we go. Here's our little island. It's a fantasy for a lot of people to go over to this island. There's actually a cemetery, sort of a small cemetery, I think. I think that's what I heard on that island. But I might be confusing that with someplace else. Maybe I'm wrong. No, maybe I'm thinking of Cedar Key. But anyway, there's that island. I think we could go out a little bit more here. There we go. All right, now I want to put a lady in there. Let's see if I can get a lady in here. Over here, maybe. Okay. Let me let that dry and I'll be right back. Okay. Let's just add a few little highlights here, I think. Try to make some little areas of white and little areas of dark. So I think I'm done. I think I'm going to call that the next entry into the journal. And it's not something that happened recently. It happens to me a very, very, very long time ago, when I was down at the Bird Creek boat ramp in Yankeetown. It's just a memory. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye.